All right, out for this game, Jamel Dean and Giovanni Bernard. Everybody else is going to be a game time decision, and we'll wait and see how it goes. But hell of a week of practice. You could really feel the difference in intensity this week. It doesn't have a damn thing to do with Brady. It has to do with losing. And like the way we bounced back on the practice field.
What was different about the practice? You said intensity, but just what felt?
A lot of intensity, a lot of more intensity than there has been.
Bruce, with Dean out, would Richard be up?
Yeah, we'll have him up just in case.
Would you start Delaney outside as he filled in last week? Or?
We'll see. We'll see.
Were you surprised that JPP was out there practicing today? I guess maybe nothing should surprise you with that guy, but...
Nothing surprises me with Jason. He looked pretty good.
I think I remembered you saying earlier this week it didn't sound like he was going to play, but...
Yeah, he's an amazing cat.
Bruce, as much as we talked about Brady and Gronk going back this week, a lot of people on this team have histories in that building with Belichick, with the Patriots. How much do you think that can be a motivation too, knowing, as most teams do, what they've done?
I think the most motivation for us is we don't want to lose 2 in a row, and they just happen to be the next game. A lot of us have lost up there, you know. Some people have won, not very many, and not many people won up there. So it's a hard place to play, and but it's the next game.
You're focused on winning, of course, but I know you're also you have a great appreciation for the history of the game and the history books. And Tom is 68 yards away from the NFL passing yardage record. Just what would it mean to witness that in person and to just be part of that? To be part of what's been a brilliant second half.
Yeah, it's always been, for me, anytime they say in the history of, you're the first to do it, it's big. It's huge, especially in the history of the NFL. But so yeah, it's going to be a big moment. But hopefully it's a long touchdown. We get it over with and scores a bunch more.
We talked about what you lose with JPP not on the field, but in addition to his play, his energy. I mean, there was talk about how they just weren't quite generating the same energy, right?
Yeah, he brings it. I mean, and it's in the locker room. It's infectious. It's contagious, and So yeah, he's one of those guys. And I kind of told him, I said, "Look, you're traveling this week." He said, "I'm traveling. I'm playing." So we'll see.
We saw where Jamel was limited the last 2 days in practice. Did he have a setback or just?
He just couldn't go. He just can't push off yet.
In terms of what Rob was able to do today, would he do anything of consequence today, or?
He was out there.
I'm sure a lot of people probably have no idea what it takes for these guys to get their bodies ready to play, especially when they have an injury like that. Just behind the scenes, what's it been like, with Rob, with his ribs, just trying to get him ready to possibly play out there?
We have great doctors, great trainers, and everybody knows what it takes to get somebody ready, and a lot of it's just personal toughness. And some guys are a lot tougher than other guys, and it's nothing bad against them, but some guys are just really tough.
It's so much easier said than done, right?
Oh yeah. There's only one Jason Pierre-Paul, that's for sure.
You said that you liked the practice this week. These guys did not like losing. Was that coming a lot from the players themselves, or was it the coaches, being on them about?
It's mostly from them. When you have great leadership, very seldom will you ever lose 2 in a row. And I feel like we have great leadership, and it's shown in the meetings, the practice, everywhere this week.
What's been different about the meetings?
More attentive. Everything's just up, ratcheted up a notch.
Coach, with Jaden Mickens practicing again this week, will he be the primary return guy again, or does Jalen Darn get?
We'll see how that goes, and just make sure he's healthy. Yeah.